Stop struggling with complex animation software, because in this step-by-step tutorial, you learn how to create animated kid stories in Canva using the fastest and easiest methods available in 2026. And it's fast, free, and no prior experience is actually required. Let's get started. So the first thing that you want to do is to sign up and sign in into Canva. And I'm going to leave for you a link in the description down below so that you're able to do that. Now, once you're signed in, this is going to be your dashboard here. Yeah, and you can see I'm using my free account for this. So you're able to do everything that I teach you in your free account. So we're going to go to where it says videos here. And you can see there's so many videos that you can create using Canva. You can see we have a landscape, we have mobile video, and so on. The one we are interested in is this first one that says video landscape. These are also the normal dimensions that you would use to create a YouTube video. So once you click on that, it opens for you a blank template. You can see we also have some video templates that we can use here, but we just want to focus on the blank one here, so just close out on that. So this is what is going to be our blank template here. And now you can start adding in scenes into your video by just clicking on this plus sign here. You can see we have a video whose length is about 5 seconds, and this is how you add in all the scenes into your video. So this is the voiceover script for the story that I want us to create together, and it helps if you have your voiceover before. So one of the tools that you can use to create your AI voiceovers is 11 Labs. So you just copy the script here, and then you go on to 11 Labs, and I'm going to leave a link for you in the description down below for you to sign up into 11 Labs. Once you're signed in, go to where it says text to speech here, and then you can just paste in your voiceover script and then choose a voice that you want to use. So you can listen to the many voices that are available. Once you find one you like, just click on generate, and then once it generates, you can now download it, and that is what we're going to use for our video. So now we can go back to the Canva video editor, and then we're going to click on upload so that we can upload in the voiceover we just created. So just find it and upload it here into Canva. You can see mine here. Yeah, if you also want to find some music to use at this point, you can use the YouTube audio library, and you can use a filter such as kid songs. And once you find one that you like, you just download it, also add it into Canva in the same way we have added in the audio, and now we are ready to start creating our animation. So the first thing that I want to do is to add in the voiceover audio, which is going to help me know which scene comes after what. So just ensure that your playhead is where you want the voiceover to be, which is in the beginning right now. So just place the playhead there, and then we're just going to drag in our voiceover audio here, play it a little bit so that we're able to know which scene is going to come first.
Hi there! Today we are going to meet some very colorful friends.
Yeah, and you can drag it to shorten it. So for this first part here, I want to add in some of the fruits that we have in our story, which is an apple, a banana, and a watermelon. So I'm going to go to the elements here, type in apple faces here, because we want to have maybe something with a face. And you can see we have some faces here. Let's have a look at this one here. Yeah, I like it, but let me see if we can get a better one. I actually like this one here, so let me just delete this one, and then we can have this one just because it has the legs and the hands. So we're going to make it do a bit of wiggling. Yeah, so we have the apple. Let's see if we can find the banana. So let me just type in banana here. It's still going to be banana faces, and we can see we have some banana faces here. I think I like this one here. Yeah, I can see some other really nice ones, but they're under the paid version. So every time you see that crown inside of Canva, it means that that particular feature or element is in the paid version. And unless you're on the paid version, then you're not allowed to use it. So we'll just use this free one here. Yeah, so now we have an apple and we have a banana. Let me find a watermelon. So we'll again type in search here, watermelon. I think I'm going to go with this one here. Yeah, and you can see we have so many more faces inside the pro version. Yeah, so that is one of the benefits of why you should be on the pro version. So let's just go with the one that we found here. Yeah, so we're just going to enlarge it, and then we can position it maybe at the end here. So we have our first characters here. Yeah, and you can see all these characters have been placed each on their own inside of Canva, so you can play with any of them. You can lengthen them, you can shorten them depending on where you want them to be seen first. So let's add a bit of animation here. So we'll click on the character, click on animate, and then we can see what kind of animation we can add here. So maybe I can have it do a bit of wiggling. Yeah, so the wiggling actually looks really nice. Yeah, so we can add wiggling for all the elements. Let's do the same for the banana. Click on animate, click on wiggle. The same for the watermelon. Click on animate, and then we're going to click on the wiggle effect here. Yeah, so now when I play this, you can see they are all wiggling.
Hi there! Today we are going to meet some very colorful friends. Are you ready? Let's go!
I also think I'd want to add in a cartoon background here. Let me see if I can find a nice one. Yeah, I think I can use this one here. So I'm just going to set it as the background and maybe make it go a little bit higher just so that we can also see the grass there. Yeah, but when I look at it, I'm not sure I actually like this background. Let me just see if I can find another one that we can use, because I feel as though this one is not very colorful. Yeah, so I like this one. I actually think this one might work, but you can see this one, we're not able to set it as a background. So what you're going to do is to enlarge it. Yeah, but you see now it covers everything else inside of our scene. So now we have to go to position, go to layers. Now you can see everything is laid out well here. We'll detach the first background here, and then we're just going to pull our new background to the bottom here. Now you can see everything here. So I'm just going to delete the previous background there, and you can see this one looks really colorful now. So now we have to ensure that we pull it up to the beginning there so that it covers the entire section when we have the fruit. So maybe we might even pull in the fruits a bit further here. Yeah, we can also add in another effect onto the fruits, maybe a pop effect here, so that when they first come in we can see them pop. So click on pop there for each of them. Yeah, you can see that sort of popping effect, and then they continue to wiggle, which I think is really nice when we are telling our story, because it keeps the eyes on the screen. I also want to add in something at the beginning that has a sort of waving like hand there, so that when we have the video starting, maybe we have something waving. So let's see if I can find something here. Yeah, and because this is a video of fruits, maybe we can have this apple waving in as the video begins. So we'll just place it here. Yeah, maybe I can also make it a bit bigger. We're also going to add in an effect to it. So maybe we can add in this stomp effect there. Yeah, but I need to make sure that I trim it so that it's not overlapping with the other fruits. Yeah, let me play that.
Hi there!
Yeah, that looked okay, but we can have it doing that maybe on enter, so that at the end it's not doing that sort of stomp effect. Now I want to split this here because I now want to introduce another scene. So I'm going to split all of them here, and then I'm going to remove the banana and the watermelon, leave the apple since I need it for the next scene here. So this is our next scene here. Yeah, so let's just play it a little bit.
First up is apple. A-P-P-L-E.
Yeah, so I think I want it
apple.
to come up until somewhere here. So we're just going to split it, and then we want to pull in this apple until that part, since this apple is going to be in this next scene. I think I also want to pull the background so that I can have the same background across all the scenes. Yeah, so let's play this a little bit.
First up is
so now
apple.
I want to add in a new effect onto the apple. So I'm just going to pull it to the back here, and then I'm going to remove the pop effect here, also the wiggle effect here, and we're going to go to the very top here where it says create animation. And now when you just press shift on your computer and you just pull the apple forward, you're going to have this sort of movement animation. Let's have a look. Yeah, I feel it's very static. I think I'm going to introduce the wiggle effect back to the apple, and then we're going to click on done. Let's play that.
Go. First up is apple.
Yeah, so we can see the apple sort of coming in, and you can see it's moving forward, and we also have the wiggle effect in there.
Bounce?
I now want to split this here because I want to add in something different here. So what I want to add in now is a real life apple, so that when the younger viewers are watching this, they're able to have a look at this and they're able to see that this is what the real apple looks like. So it is just something to enhance learning. So I'm just going to search for that under images here. So just type apple, and then we're going to go under photos, see if we like any of the apple photos here. Yeah, I think I like this one here. So we're just going to resize it.
First
Let's
up
play
is
this
apple.
now.
A-P-P-L-E.
Yeah, so you can see now our apple is moving right into the apple. So we have to delete the first path. So click on animate, then we're going to delete on the path. Now we're going to create a new path so that it goes just until where we have the real life apple. So maybe we can have it somewhere there. Let's play this.
First up is apple. A-P-P-L-E. Apple is
now in this voiceover, we also have the actual apple being spelled out. So just press T on your keyboard so that you add in some text. I'm just going to type in apple, but I'm going to have the dashes in between so that you can tell that it is being spelled out. The A, the two P's, the L and the E. And then I'm going to look for where to place it here. Yeah, so let's see where it fits best. Let's also bold it a little bit. Maybe I can put it at the top here. We also need to put in a sort of background so that it is visible in our background. So just go to effects, look for background. I'm going to make the background white and I'm just going to leave it as black. Yeah, so that looks okay. So we can have that for the apple. Let's play this now.
Apple is bright red and very crunchy. Can you make apple bounce?
So we can also pull it up to the end here so that we have the entire section of the voiceover talking about the apple, also having this photo apple here. Yeah, you can see that is what it's going to look like.
Apple is bright red and very crunchy. Can you?
Yeah, so that looks okay. We can now go to the next scene for the banana. So I'm going to copy it and then we're going to Control V so that we are pasting it and you can see it here. So we're just going to pull it to the second scene here. So you can see the banana sort of just wiggling there.
Next, say hello to banana. Banana is yellow and loves to wiggle.
So I'm also going to stretch it up until maybe there. And then we're going to also add in the path in the same way that we added for the apple. So I'm just going to pull it until here. Click on animate, remove the pop animation here, and then click on create an animation. And now I'm just going to press shift and just drag it all the way up until almost the middle part here, where we're going to have the photo of the banana, just like we had for the apple. Now we can find a photo of a banana. So I'm going to go back to elements, search for banana, find a photo that I like. I think I like this one here. And then we're now going to just click on it so that it is added in and just resize it. And now if I play this, this is what that looks like. So we have the first banana sort of coming in.
Say hello to banana. Banana is yellow and loves to wiggle.
And in case you need to adjust the path, just click on animate and then you can delete the path, put in a new path just to ensure that your elements are lined up in the way that you want them to. Yeah, let's play this now.
Next, say hello to banana. Banana is yellow and loves to wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah, so that looks okay. Since the banana is just wiggling, we can now go to the third scene.
And here comes watermelon. He's big, green, and loves to wiggle roll. Hi there! Today,
and again, we're just going to copy and paste the first watermelon that we had here. Yeah, so we have the watermelon here. So the first thing that we want to do is to just flip it, since it's going to be coming from the left. So we want it just sort of flipped horizontally. And now we can click on animate and then we're going to add in the path here, again up to somewhere around the middle part here. And then we're going to add in a photo of a watermelon, just like we had done for the rest, and also resize it. Yeah, so let's play this.
Here comes watermelon. He's big, green, and loves to wiggle roll. Wiggle, wiggle, roll.
Yeah, so that looks okay. Yeah, but now where it says that the watermelon is rolling and rolling, I think I want to add in another watermelon here. Yeah, so we're just going to add it just after where the photo is. So we're going to have this watermelon here. Let me enlarge it. Yeah. I think I can also split this other watermelon here, the one with a face. So I'm also going to add in a bit of rotation movement to this particular watermelon here so that we can have that sort of rolling effect here. So we're going to click on the watermelon, click on animate, and then we're going to go to create an animation. So I'm just going to drag it along a straight path inside of the scene here. Yeah, so that is how it's going to come in. And then I'm going to click on orient element to path. And down here, we're going to click on rotate. Let's see what that looks like.
Wiggle, wiggle, roll. Apples, bananas, and watermelons are so much fun.
Yeah, so you can see it attempting to do a rotation movement there. So let's see how much longer we have to go. So I'm just going to stretch our scene here so that you can see that the audio is also stretching. So we can see it goes up until here. So just stretch everything until there, including the background, or make it just a little bit, or make it go just a little bit longer there. Yeah, so I'm going to add in the other fruits here, but just to stay consistent with this watermelon that we have now found, I'm going to try and find like graphics that look more or less like it. So maybe we can use this one for the apple here. Yeah, and I'm just going to resize it. Yeah, maybe we can have it here at the beginning, but you can see it starts a bit later. Yeah, so you can see that is how it comes in. So I'm going to animate it a little bit, maybe add in a sort of pop effect here so that it just pops in just after the watermelon has crossed that point. We can also add in a banana here and also just resize it. Yeah, so this is what we have at the end here. So once you're done, you can now export your video. But just before I show you what the final video looks like, I want to show you a neat trick that you can use to ensure that your video looks more authentic. So this is a video that I recorded of myself just doing some things and just trying to point out some of the fruits inside of our video. So you can record this on your own. You can actually even record it with a voiceover if you don't want to use the AI voiceover. So I'm going to upload it into my Canva Pro, that and the video that we have just created. Yeah, so you can see both of them here. Now I'm going to first of all add in the video that we have just created, and then I'm going to add in the video of myself here. So the first thing that I want to do with the video of myself is to remove the background, but this you can only do if you're on Canva Pro. So I'm going to remove the background there. Yeah, as you can see, I have no background now. Yeah, so if I try and overlay myself here somewhere inside of our video, today, you can see me now just sort of doing some things there, and then I can now cut it up so that I have myself doing the different things and just pointing to the different sections as I want inside of the video. Yeah, so we can have me somewhere here on the first scene, yeah, and me somewhere here on the second scene, yeah, and somewhere here maybe on the third scene. Yeah, so once you're done just playing around with that, we can now export our video. This is what the final video looks like.
Hi there! Today we are going to meet some very colorful friends. Are you ready? Let's go! First up is Apple. A-P-P-L-E. Apple is bright red and very crunchy. Can you make Apple bounce? Next, say hello to Banana. Banana is yellow and loves to wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And here comes Watermelon. He's big, green, and loves to wiggle roll. Wiggle, wiggle, roll. Apples, bananas, and watermelons are so much fun. Which one is your favorite? See you next time for more fruit fun.
Yes, what is how to create an animated video using Canva. In case you need a head start on how to create other faceless videos, including AI videos, I'm going to leave for you a link in the description down below where you can download a PDF that is going to help you with that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. My name is Paris, and I'll catch you on the next one.